Most of the air traffic in and out of San Marcos has experienced the airport before the traffic control tower was installed. Hays County Food Bank served over 600,000 pounds of food last year and fed over 4,000 families in their area. Chuck Hagel has been confirmed as President Obama's Secretary of Defense. The Senate voted to confirm Hagel in a 58-41 vote yesterday.
Just steps away from the state capitol lies a treasure trove of artifacts. The Texas State Library and Archives holds some of the most valuable pieces of Texas history, including documents, flags, and drawings. Some of them date back to before the Texas Revolution. A letter written by William Travis is probably the most famous document in the collection. Another important artifact is a flag that belonged to Mexico and was captured during the Texas Revolution.
From the preservation officer standpoint, one of my main jobs is to help monitor the environment that we have in the archives.
The archive's responsibility for these items includes protecting and preserving them for future generations. When necessary, documents are repaired using state-of-the-art technology. Head conservator Sarah Norris says she's now working on the Confederate muster rolls containing information about the Texas soldiers who served in the Confederate Army.
The conservator most generally is to repair books and paper.
If you're interested in finding out more information about the history of Texas, you can visit the archives in Austin or visit the organization's website. For Bobcat Update, I'm Greg Burnam.
The San Marcos Airport may go silent after April 7th.
That's because air traffic controllers might be forced to cut their days short or even take mandatory time off. That time off would likely only average 1 day per pay period through the end of September. But that could mean at times airports like San Marcos won't have any air traffic controllers on duty. But what effect is that going to have on traffic in and out of the airport?
We were an uncontrolled airport for many years before we ever got a tower.
The FAA has procedures in place for uncontrolled airports and airports that don't have towers. Some of those procedures at the San Marcos Airport date back to when it was an Army airfield. But the possibility of planes landing without someone watching over them can still be a scary thing.
It's nice to have sometimes when there is a lot of traffic or the weather and visibility is slightly low.
The San Marcos Airport stays relatively busy, with more than a dozen businesses and 3 runways. But it hardly compares to Austin or San Antonio.
Without a good radar, which they don't have, it's really kind of see and be seen by the controllers.
Most of the air traffic in and out of San Marcos has experienced the airport before the traffic control tower was installed. For Bobcat Update, I'm Greg Burnam.
The food bank provides assistance to those in need. It's a volunteer organization that could use more volunteers. Coordinator Jim Wagner says the easiest way to get involved is to attend one of the group's training sessions.
On Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. and on Friday afternoons at 1:30, we have approximately 1 hour orientation. I tell them a little bit about the mission of the food bank, which our mission is very simple: to feed the hungry in Hays County.
Some employers say a resume that includes volunteering can be a plus.
It's been a big part of my life. My sorority does volunteer work as well, so I kind of count these hours with my organization.
Lauren worked her first shift today, but has volunteered at other organizations since high school. She attended a training session last week.
Check the cans for expiration dates, make sure all the food is okay and safe to be distributed to families. Organize the cans in their appropriate designated spots.
The food bank depends on food donations, both large and small, to be able to feed the hungry in Hays County. The group sends its trucks to HEB each morning to pick up donations. Every can, box, or jar helps someone in need.
Hays County Food Bank served over 600,000 pounds of food last year and fed over 4,000 families in their area. For more information about them, you can visit their website at www.haysfoodbank.org. For Bobcat Update, I'm Greg Burnam. Chuck Hagel has been confirmed as President Obama's Secretary of Defense. The Senate voted to confirm Hagel in a 58-41 vote yesterday. The vote came just hours after Republicans allowed the nomination to move forward. Texas Senators Ted Cruz and John Cornyn are 2 of the 41 who voted against his confirmation. 4 Republicans defected from party lines voting to confirm Hagel. Republicans harshly criticized him over his past statements on sensitive political and national security matters. Hagel is a decorated Vietnam veteran. He was sworn in today at the Pentagon. Friday is the deadline for lawmakers to stop drastic cuts in the federal budget. The automatic cuts to the budget amount to $85 billion in all, including cuts from the Defense Department. President Obama blames Republicans in Congress for the stalemate.